Welcome everyone to the League of Reyes podcast. I am Orange Khan, and to the right,
And
to
I
my left.
am Tecmo Joe. Welcome, everyone, and big aloha to everyone.
Been away for a while, guys. Dealing with some things, traveling, but we're back. First things first. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I think we should talk about the new Warzone 2 that came out. Let's just talk about this elephant in the room, man. Since its release, there's been one glitch after another, one glitch after another, one glitch after another. They patch something, something else breaks, and now we have this new and now we have a new glitch, which they call the gorilla. What do they call it? They call it the G. What is it? The G walk.
G Walk, man, the G
G
Walk.
walk. The G walk. I call it the gorilla walk. It's my fault. Um, um, yeah, the G walk.
You're not wrong. G Walk is pretty much the way you see everyone looking like a damn gorilla doing freaking parkour.
I mean, I'm all a fan of parkour, but come on now. I mean, for those of you that don't know what the G Walk is, I mean, Joe, can you touch some light on it? I haven't touched Warfare since 1975, so it's been a while, man. I'm a little.
1975. You
I'm
ain't that old.
listen. I feel old. All right.
So, for most of you, should have seen plenty of streamers, plenty of how you say YouTube faces, YouTube personalities, even Twitch personalities. So the new movement of, I should say, one of many movements that has been found within the Call of Duty, whether it's Modern Warfare 2, just the multiplayer gameplay, or even Warzone 2.0, the G Walk. G Walk is pretty much the, how should I say, yeah, we explained it as a gorilla looking walking, but it pretty much acts like a dead silence kind of movement where it's a kneel crouch. What should I say? It's a crouch slash prone cancel where you're able to run, almost drop down as if you were going to get into the prone and cancel it and continue moving and moving and moving. And that cancellation cancels pretty much it cancels the parameter, the footsteps parameter that's built into the game itself, where if people are walking, whether it's technically when you're walking slow, you're not supposed to hear footsteps, but if you hear someone running, freaking diving or anything, you're gonna hear that, especially through proximity chat. But with this movement, you're not hearing anything, and it makes it so unbelievably difficult to try to track and beam a person, whether you're trying to be a sniper from a long distance or you're trying to shoot point blank at the person with shotguns or pistols or anything. So it's definitely something that can be a pro, but at the same time, it's a con to where it's not it's not beneficial.
it's
It's not really beneficial for the long term for the simple fact that, and I haven't tried it yet, and I'm gonna be trying it this week, is to see how useful it is because I have a feeling it's the pros will be it's useful when you're trying to cross big fields or trying to go around and flanking the enemy that's on the other side of you. But the con of it is how are you gonna aim? Like everyone complains of all the aim bots all over the place. Uh, these the controllers with the aimbots built in. I'm a controller player, but I don't use aimbot. I'm not that savvy. I'm still old school to freaking regular controllers, but at the same time,
you mean taking the beatings like a man?
yeah,
You mean
it's a game. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be aggravating at the same time. It's been nature, but with this, if you're using this movement, I really wonder how you're. your KD count is going to be how your kill, just your kill count and your and lucky enough, Call of Duty doesn't have a accuracy um, accumulation on your hits, where you hits, freaking of all your shots, where your chest, freaking
They
the rest of the body,
they never
you the
had
head.
that though, right? They just had the kill death
I
ratio,
never
right?
had that, but it's interesting to see how this movement is going to be um, shown, where it's shown as a glitch or as a movement that's never been thought of until now, and I want to see actual gameplay on people shooting while doing the movement, or if they can even do that. We have seen a clip. I actually showed Orangel the clip earlier, and the person actually ran around one individual that they couldn't shoot, and they had a pause behind them in order to shoot. So we'll see how this is going to play out later in the gameplay of Call of Duty in the next 2 years. Hopefully, if they don't rebuild a new game, or if they, how should I say, if they make an upgrade. And if they do fix this, hopefully it doesn't take an update where we're all waiting hours upon hours to have the update like the first day of gameplay of Warzone.
See, I mean, and we'll show you a clip of it, guys. We'll show you a clip of it in just a minute. But for me, so my gameplay, and Joe, you've seen my gameplay. I do not think. I'm just guns blazing, running straight in, trying to figure out everything first, and um, and from there, if I die, like Drago says, if I die, I die. So for me, for players like me that just go in guns ho and just ready to just sacrifice it all for the team, I mean, I see it as a benefit. But I can see how it could be annoying. I mean, I don't know. You guys, we'll show you a clip right now, um, and you guys just tell us what do you think. And go to my man.
Huge shout out to Doc for reacting to my video on stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Doc, what do you think of the new movie in the game called the new move in the game called the G Walking? Oh man, let me check some of these clips out, Tim. So I guess there's been a lot of exploitation of mechanics. Exploitation. Regular running, okay.
Sorry, I can't shoot this guy. Oh, there we
Just-
go.
This is why I call it the gorilla walk. It kind
Oh,
of
you just-
reminds me of a person.
It's just
walking.
everywhere, huh? How do you
My
do
thing
that?
My thing is,
Behind us?
Dude, let's figure out how to fucking do that, man.
so to my understanding, this kind of you can't.
That's crazy.
Because they do this. You can't hear their footsteps.
If it's easy, tutorial. Here's a tutorial.
No. Why?
He found it.
No fucking way.
found it.
Fucking God, he got it on roll.
Oh,
What's the rest of this? Where's the tutorial? What the hell is this? Tutorial soon. Okay. Here it is.
Yeah, as you guys can see, even Doc
Going through
Disrespect is
like
trying to find like a tutorial,
literally
see how easy this can be. So this is beneficial. It's extremely beneficial for mouse and keyboard players, as it's all about key binding certain keys. We're not going to explain how to do everything. There's plenty of tutorials on that. There's plenty of reaction videos on this. It's freaking hilarious. Um, but yeah, freaking. There's tutorials on even controllers, but it's so much easier on mouse and keyboard. So for all you original or OG freaking computer players, computer freaking keyboard and mouse players, have at it. Enjoy it while it lasts, because I don't know if this is gonna last. No. So just make sure if you gotta do streaming and everything, and you're freaking getting those kills and getting those sneak around for the finishing moves. Oh, I love the damn finishing moves. But make sure you hit that hashtag parkour. 'Cause that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. Parkour, doing the damn gorilla pounce.
I mean, I don't see how it's like I said, man. For me, I don't see how it'll be. So I'm trying to understand. So the movement itself is it kind of removes your footsteps in a sense. Like it kind of removes the sounding of your footsteps, so that way you don't really hear the player.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a whole cheat code. But I can see how it's beneficial, but at the same time, it I don't know. Let's see what developers do, man. Because I really think after a while people are gonna get tired of it, and they're not gonna want this feature in the game anymore, especially if people abuse it. And you know for a fact, people are gonna abuse it.
People are gonna abuse it. I'm gonna see if I can abuse it just for the shits and giggles. And the reason being is I was just thinking about it just now while you were talking. It was let's see how many kills I can get while putting not just dead silence and all that, but just stabbing everyone with the freaking knives. Tomahawking. Is there tomahawks? I haven't seen the axe yet. But you have the throwing knives, you have Semtex grenades. So just having that and then freaking running around like old school freaking Modern Warfare 2019, where you just running sprinting, and then shake.
Those were the good days, man.
Yep. But that's why I'm in love with all these damn finishing moves. Talking about the finishing moves.
Listen. I'm still. I keep telling people I'm an old school noob. All right, I'm an old school noob because I have yet to do a finishing move. Number one. Number two, I'm just still, even though it gives me that old nostalgic feeling, I feel like I'm brand new to the game. And granted, I haven't touched the game in like 2 years. But
no, you touched the game of freaking Warzone.
Did I?
Yeah, we were playing a couple times before we started working on the computers and everything.
Do you remember if I did alright? See, I block out the negative stuff. I block out the
And
negative
we were
stuff.
just having fun that day. I have a few clips of me doing freaking finishing moves during our streams. But the new finishing moves, like they have all the new ones where, and this would be a good caveat or transition into the FIFA Cup, where you have the bundles for Neymar, Messi, and I forgot the other kids' names. Pagoda, I forget the damn name.
Ronaldo?
No. It's not Ronaldo. It's another kid. So all three have different finishing moves, different combos, and all that stuff all together. All different weapon sets and everything, which is cool. But I noticed there is other finishing moves that I need to try. I just need to. I have one that has like Macho Man's freaking elbow drop, or I could make it believe it's the people's elbow. Like, oh, oh man, that's gonna be fun when I hit those. So stay tuned, because I'm gonna freaking post the hell out of those finishing moves. But the one I want, and I'm gonna call the stream Suplex City because that's all I'm gonna be aiming for is the freaking German suplex everyone as a finishing move. Just wow, welcome to Suplex City. Wow. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Listen, gladly, I'll be there for that one.
I
But
think everyone's gonna be there once I freaking post that. Start posting that stuff.
but speaking of the World Cup, we all saw.
Hold on. Before we even go on the World Cup,
Okay.
there's even more funny stuff, and I need to show you the rest of these videos because a few new streamers that I became friends with started doing these. I love proximity chat. The creepy proximity chat. So you have a few that have been trying to act as like Annabelle or Jigsaw when they're talking. They have like the voice modulator, and the voice modulator is freaking setting them up for like, "What do you want to play with me?" People start freaking the hell out.
I would be shitting my pants. Like,
That
oh God,
shit is
what did I do?
hilarious.
What did I do? I'm sorry.
Yep. But I just wanted to end the Call of Duty on that note because both the finishing moves and proximity chat just for shits and giggles on the on entertainment is just awesome.
I'll give them this much. I'll give them this much. They've gotten more creative over the years, and I give them that. I give them that. They're trying to stretch the envelope and try to make it as realistic as possible. But let's see where this goes. Oh yeah. So, segueing into the World Cup, the U.S. lost to the Netherlands last week, 3-1. Now I haven't been following the World Cup as closely as I used to, only because I haven't really been around. But I think this is, from my understanding, this is the fifth consecutive visit. No, I'm not. I'm lying. This is the fifth time, not consecutive. I apologize. This is the fifth time that the U.S. has made the World Cup, has qualified for the World Cup, but has lost in the first round. And granted, the U.S. isn't a powerhouse when it comes to soccer. I mean, yeah, we have some legendary players playing for Major League Soccer leagues here, but when it comes to the World Cup, they're going to go back to their country and rep for the country that had them when rooted for them when they had nothing. Me being kind of a sports guy, it's like it's kind of sad. I mean, I want to say sad because you know what? It takes a lot to make the World Cup. There's hundreds of countries that try to qualify throughout the 4 years, and for the U.S. to make it to the I guess you could say the Sweet 16, it's impressive. But
Yeah, and you mean kind of like the pre-Olympics?
yeah, you could kind of say it. Yeah. Let's be real. The World Cup is kind of like the pre-Olympics. Let's be real. Because you have Messi playing for Argentina, you have Ronaldo playing for, and I don't want to mess up the country he plays for. I always forget. Because you have all these big name players, all these international soccer superstars in this tournament, and for the U.S. that really doesn't have many well-known soccer athletes, for them to make it to the Sweet 16, it's not bad. It's not bad. If I remember correctly, the last World Cup we made it to, I think we made it to the second round, the round of 8, and then we lost to England. But I mean, England itself was a powerhouse. I mean, England itself was just a powerhouse. But yeah, it's a testament to the other countries that are in the tournament that they put in the time, they put in the effort, and the U.S. got blown out 3-1. It's hard enough to score one.
I wouldn't call that a blowout, really. It is 3-1. It's an ass pain to get those goals, but a blowout is more like Brazil. Like today, it shows because I'm looking at the bracket today where it's Brazil 4, South Korea 1, or England 3, Senegal 0.
Well, Senegal never ever has a chance against England. Like, I was rooting for them, but they just don't have the resources. They just don't have the resources, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, but in itself, like within these international superstars, for you to score 3 goals against an opposing team that's supposed to be arguably one of the best within the world, I think it's impressive. If you get more than 2 goals in a world tournament, I think that's impressive.
And then, so yeah, Netherlands beat, and it was this Saturday that just passed. Netherlands beat USA 3-1. And then their next opponents for the Netherlands is Argentina, who beat Australia 2-1. So yeah, the next game is going to be on Friday, December 9th at 2 p.m. Netherlands versus Argentina. So you're gonna see Messi go at it again
Hey,
against Netherlands. So let's see what happens.
I'm not gonna lie. I want him to win one because he's about to retire. I just want him to win one World Cup. Just one. Just one. See what happens. I mean, hey, that's all the guy wants.
Yeah, so like to continue on the bracket, I know people probably already seen today's today's games, yesterday's games, but tomorrow is going to be Morocco versus Spain at 10 in the morning. Well, I should say 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time because this is on my time.
Mm.
And then tomorrow at 2 Eastern Standard Time is going to be Portugal versus Switzerland. So I'm not sure about Morocco. I have a feeling Spain's going to take that one. And I don't know, who do you think for Portugal and Switzerland?
Switzerland,
Yeah.
they're a powerhouse, man. Like and listen, I don't follow soccer. I just started following soccer the last few years. And I've noticed that there's just certain countries that it's like, oh, you see them in the bracket, it's like you're gonna need a miracle to beat them. But you never know. These tournaments, sometimes the underdog comes out on top. You never know.
Mm.
On a bad day, anybody can win. But yeah, let's see what happens. All in all, if France wins it again, I wouldn't be shocked if they actually win the whole thing again. But let's see what happens.
Nah, I'm not going to go over France. Especially since their next game is Saturday and they're going against England. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not going to say that they're going to. So we'll see. And then the next game so yeah, I already spoke about Netherlands versus Argentina. That's going to be 2 p.m. on Friday, this Friday coming up, but 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then 10 a.m. on Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be Croatia versus Brazil.
Yeah, I find it amazing how this one event, it's kind of like the Olympics. Yeah, you're right. Like it's kind of like the Olympics, but solely for soccer.
Yeah.
It's I find it amazing how people will literally. I saw I saw a poster the other day, and I wish I could find it. Maybe I can. During one of the matches, an employee literally held up this guy. He took a couple of days off. Literally held up a sign that said, "Hey boss, thanks for letting me take the time off to come see the World Cup." This man decided to say, "F that, I'm gonna go see these people play." And the same thing here, man. I know people. I used to work with some guys that they would take the day off, or they would find some type of excuse to like take an hour or two break and just disappear for that hour, for that 1 to 2 hours while the match was going on, and just sit there and just watch it. Like it's it's a testament to what they're trying to do, and a testament to what it could be. I mean, in reality, the World Cup is a tournament to see what country is the best at the sport of soccer. But behind, like, if you look past all that, it's actually a form of like unifying the world. Like you said, like it's a because it's an Olympics of soccer. That's in a sense, yeah. You kind of have to get that feel. Only thing that only thing that I only thing that I've noticed about this soccer tournament is that these restrictions or regulations are like they're enforcing them heavy, and it's only because they're in Qatar, because that place is very religious. But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, you still get the same soccer feel. People are still people are still there rooting for their country, hoping that they make it to the next round. But let's see how this goes. I mean, my money is on. My money, unfortunately, is on Spain, but Spain is. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, well, definitely we'll see what happens. Well, they're doing pretty good though.
Yeah.
They definitely held out on freaking uh, on Japan.
And they're a powerhouse in themselves. But,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's see. This tournament, it's anyone can win it. That's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
But segueing into from the World Cup and unity and all that stuff. While we were gone, we saw Black Panther. Pretty sure everyone has seen Black Panther, or at least majority of the people have seen Black Panther. I've seen it twice already.
So since you've seen it twice, what are your thoughts on it?
First and foremost, the way that they started it, and listen, disclaimer, we're gonna get spoilers. All right, it's been a month. If you haven't seen it, it's on you. The way that they started it, how they graciously said goodbye to Chadwick. I thought it was a testament to him. Granted, granted the way that it started, he got sick. He was quote unquote sick. He had a heart condition. And they tried to save him the best way they could, but unfortunately they couldn't. The burial ceremony, I love the scene where there's a small group of people, like the elders, their mom, his mom in the movie, Shuri, Umbaku, like all his close friends and relatives are there, along with a few elders. They're saying their goodbyes, and they carry. First off, the first time I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, why is the casket so light? I forget, it's made out of vibranium. Such light. I was like, there's no way these guys are that strong. Like, they just lifted it like nothing.
They also had the technology because of the vibranium too.
That's true. But after they had the formal ceremony, I guess you could say they had like the repast of the wake afterwards of the entire continent of Wakanda. It went from a very heavy, sultry, somber type of feel of them saying goodbye to the country of Wakanda, dancing and celebrating his life.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I liked the most is that they didn't wear black; they wore white. They had like a shrine dedicated to Chadwick, and on top of the fact that they were wearing all white and they were dancing, celebrating him in the streets of Wakanda. That in itself was like a testament to him and the impact that he had, not just on the people that he worked with, but just like the world in itself. Because a lot of people don't know that Chadwick actually did work outside of his normal acting schedule and stuff like that. He liked giving back to other people, just like when he was in school. Denzel Washington paid for his school. He wanted to reciprocate the same thing by helping others. That first scene alone was extremely powerful, and not sorry for those that haven't seen it, but come on, it's been a month. Like, come on.
Like, come on, son.
Yeah, come on. So, but yeah, after that, the whole transition of them moving it from a male-dominated, I guess, movie franchise where it was Chadwick. I personally thought it was a transformation of all characters, from Shuri to her mom to Nakia, the whole staff. It was a transformation. I liked how throughout the movie Shuri not only was trying to find herself through her mourning period, or actually she was trying to hide from her mourning. She was trying to hide and get away from the fact that her brother was gone. She didn't want to accept it. Her brother was gone, and everyone has their own process of mourning, but she didn't know how to accept it, how to deal with it, and she, like most people, she buried herself in her work. Um, and like most parents, her mom saw through that nonsense. Um, and there's a certain part in the beginning of the movie, and I'm pretty sure everyone who's had a loss has gone through this, and they probably felt this way. She's there sitting near the river with her mom talking, and she basically tells her mom in the process of her mourning, she was like, basically there's a ritual in Wakanda where they burn the funeral garments and the symbolism behind it is their mourning period is over. They're now ready to take on the next steps. Um, post post mourning to see, just not, they're ready to take the next steps in their healing process. Basically, she refuses to do it, and in that scene alone, you can see how much she's hurt because she says something in that one scene that says, "Mom, I'm not just gonna if I burn these garments, I'm also gonna burn the world with it. It's like I'm not just these garments are not just gonna be the one thing I burn. It's gonna be the world that I burn." And that said volumes of how much she's hurting, you know, and it shows that she cared, like the movie in itself was a symbolic meaning, not just to the black community, to kids, all that stuff, because they not kids kids never really seen a black superhero. I mean, you could technically call Blade an anti-villain, but
No, he's. I don't know about anti-villain, but he's also like the anti-hero too, because he don't really care about anybody else but killing vampires.
right. I mean, but no one's ever seen someone take the lead like that. So, um, just so I don't like go on a rant. The entire movie, it changed from being a male dominated movie to a more woman empowerment movie type of movie, where Shuri has to grow as not just being the person that everyone sees as a child prodigy genius to a woman, but her mom has to take the reins of being queen again. Hell, even M'Baku. I remember the first Black Panther. M'Baku wanted to fight the world, like just to prove that he could fight. And this one, he was more.
I
Glory to
love him.
Anuman. Glory to Anuman, man. um, but yeah, in this one, Umbaku, he was more laid back. He was more of the level-headed individual, and it showed a different side of him because it's like, oh wow, like this guy is just not about fighting. He's not about trying to take the throne. He really is a person that actually wants to help.
He also made that promise. If you remember when he was talking to the jury, made a promise to her brother that in case of anything, he'll always be there for his jury to guide her to the right direction, not let her just go on the freaking one, go on the unbeaten path, but two, also not go on a crazy rampage just because of
Right, and that speaks that speaks uh that speaks volumes of it because remember in the first movie they were like frenemies. He
mm-hmm.
wanted to take the throne for he's been wanting to take the throne for him for God knows how long. You know? But and whatever, throughout the movie we get to see a sneak peek of Ironheart
Mm-hmm.
and her genius. And for those who don't know Ironheart, I mean, if you don't know who Ironheart is, I don't know what to tell you. She's smarter than Tony Stark. Let's just say that.
Well, she's not smarter than Tony Stark, but
She's
she
she's she's a child prodigy, man. She's there.
she's there, but she doesn't have the funding. So a lot of like the how the movie played out is like she's done everything with the scraps she's given, or the scraps she can find at a scrapyard or junkyard. So it was interesting to see her mind at work on what what she built just as a project for school, and it was being used by obviously being used by U.S. government. Um, I wish they would have went more hand in hand on how the government got a hold of it, but I think they did talk about how she sold it to whoever just to make money and get it out of her shop, but it was just a school project that she did, and that school project was just for her. I shouldn't say just for her, just for the machine to be able to find vibranium within anything, in the ground, within any freaking seafloor. It was damn near freaking waterproof.
Yep.
um, Tony Stark didn't know a lot or didn't show that he knew a lot about vibranium. Um, Besides what his father made or what he remade for Captain America.
Right.
And like you said, she is a child prodigy, just like a lot of kids going into freaking MIT. And it's awesome to see new storylines, especially with the movie, the new storyline of Black Panther, because Black Panther has always been, or had always been, rivals against Namor.
Right.
But this time they actually changed. I shouldn't say they changed. They went with the story of Black Panther, the female Black Panther, being enemies of Namor. And throughout the movie, yeah, Namor was trying to convince Shuri of joining him in ensuring the world the doesn't find his people, and two doesn't get a hold of the vibranium anywhere. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the next phase or the next few movies where it implements both Fury and Namor as their characters develop within the next couple of phases.
Oh yeah, cause Shuri doesn't want the throne. Baku took it.
Hmm?
So I want to know where it goes from here. And Namor too. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him again in either the next collaboration of all the movies or in part 3 of Black Panther. Um,
But like we were saying, spoiler alert, fuckers. The fact that freaking at the end, oh my god. So in the beginning, before the movie freaking came out, before it started, things that nature, you had all these critics talking about that there's no freaking end credit. There's one particular end credit that freaking is in there
forget those guys.
that, that freaking continues the story of T'Challa and continues the story of his offspring. If you didn't know or if you didn't watch, alrighty, fucker. Spoiler alert. Yes. Him and what's his girl's name?
Nakia?
Nakia, there you go. I was gonna say Lupita, but that's her real name. Yeah. T'Challa and Nikita had a friggin' a child, and he did the smart thing, took him away from everywhere in case people were trying to force the throne onto him because he's the next line. We couldn't. Thank God they were thinking, and thank God Marvel was thinking, not to end up, not to have him end up like a Game of Thrones,
Yep.
where the next king in line is going to be the freaking king, and then everyone wants to just freaking poison the little kid just to get the throne.
Yep.
So yeah. So yeah, freaking, and that goes hand in hand with what I was talking about with how they implemented the new storylines, the new comic books, i.e., Ironheart, the new.
I can't wait
They're
for
not
that.
doing they're not doing a variant version of Iron Man. They actually have the new character Ironheart. So she has built her prototypes of the Iron Man suit or Iron Woman suit.
And you see the sucker in the movie. It's gorgeous. Oh my god.
Mhm. You also see the freaking prototype, which looks freaking janky as hell, even worse than freaking Mark One Iron Man.
Yeah.
But it adds in 4 different new. I should say 4. I should just say 3 because Namor has always had the same comic, the same storyline, but it's told with a more realistic aspect of nowadays. How I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of TikToks on people thinking, "Oh, Namor is not freaking, he's not a Mexican, he's not South American. Technically, he is South American because there's more. I think it was more South America than Central America.
Well,
But
technically, he
they
was his descendants are Mayans. So technically, yeah, it is South America. Huh.
no, it's more Central America than South
So
America.
South Central America.
But either or, it's not. People will argue not a Latino ancestor that became a superhero or anything like that, or an anti-hero. He was a native that transitioned. His family transitioned into what they are. I forget what the people were called for Namor, but
They were. Jeez, I saw this yesterday. It was something It was. It was Mayan, but it was like a different type. Not a different type of Mayan. Hold on.
let him research while we continue talking.
Yeah.
So there's been so many debates on it. No matter what, Latinos and Native Americans of Central South America are one and the same. No matter how you put it, you can't take out your ancestry. Even though a lot of people don't do that nowadays, and this is going more on like not really political or not being more I say literal on nationalities and races and all that stuff. It's mainly just people will need to learn and understand we can't keep separating ourselves just because of our language or where we were raised or what country, things like that. No matter what our ancestry came from, numerous groups of people, whether it's the natives, the Arawaks, the Tainos, oh shoot, the Mayans, the Incans, the Aztecs, all those people. Unfortunately, our backstory of those native countries, native indigenous, is the worst of most. But since we have all that new blood growing into us from the Spaniards, uh, African slaves, and the indigenous people, this helps us try to be more united than separated. And that's what people need to understand that we need to not be so segregated amongst ourselves, including our own kind, our own freaking religions, our own nationalities and cultures. We're all mixed all in one, and we continue uniting that and uniting the world with that because you already see nowadays people trying to separate so much that it's causing a segregation. It's causing the the prejudice or the continued prejudice within our cultures and within the outside world outside of our culture. That was my tangent. Did you find the name of the his people?
No, but I know where the actor's from. It's you know what? Once I find it, I'll let you guys know. But it was some it was
You're gonna
a
make me Google this.
it was a it started with a T. It started with a T. the Mayan
That's where the
tribe.
people are from. That's their kingdom.
Yeah, the Mayan. It was They were Mayan, but the oh wait, here it was Yucatec. Sorry, not a T, a Y. They were Yucatec Mayans. But in all, man, this movie, I thought it hit. I think they hit all aspects where they brought in. They said goodbye to Chadwick the way that Chadwick should have been. They said goodbye to Chadwick the proper way. They welcomed They welcomed Riri Williams, who played Ironheart. Um, they played Riri Williams, whose real name is. They welcomed Ironheart into the MCU. Um, and they also introduced Shuri's new storyline. Um, they also introduced Shuri as a new main character in um in the Marvel universe, which is great. They also said goodbye to a few other to a few main characters that were in the first movie. They grew they grew other characters like Umbaku. Um, they grew other characters like Umbaku, Shuri, Nakia. Her storyline in itself, I wasn't expecting that ending, man. I was not expecting that ending at all. Um,
What do you mean the ending?
the
What part?
post
What
credit
part of the
ending,
ending? Huh?
the post credit ending.
Uh,
um,
I'm glad they did it because freaking I was waiting to see if that was gonna happen or not.
yeah, Dominique Thorne, that's her name. The young lady that plays Riri Williams, Dominique Thorne. I think she did an amazing job. She kind of did remind you of Tony Stark, where she was kind of a smart ass.
Mm.
She was smarter than everybody in the room, but she didn't really show it off as much. She wasn't as cocky as Tony Stark, but I thought it was perfect. Um,
I don't think they gave her enough time. Hopefully, if they do an actual Ironheart movie, you'll see because you had that city freaking cockiness.
oh yeah, yeah. But you know what I did like that they touched on they introduced these new characters. These guys weren't new, but they just reintroduced these characters and they shed new light on these characters. Like Okoye, they gave Okoye. Now we all know Okoye had jokes in the first one, but in the second one, she was out there just throwing jokes left and right, and it showed a different side of her. But at the same time, it also showed that she was. It also showed they also showed the caring side as well as the comedic side, as well as the warrior side that she would love to die, that she lives, breathes, and dies for Wakanda.
Mm.
Angela Bassett, one of my crushes when I was younger. Uh,
Just when you were younger, she still crushed
well,
you.
yeah, she still looked good, but it's a whole different story, whole different conversation.
You can still get it for almost being 60.
Yeah, she still looks good. But she did an amazing job as always. I mean, the star-studded cast, man. It was literally a star-studded cast, same as the first one, man. And I can't wait to see what happens next because, I mean, to be honest with you, I hope that they have a spin-off of that 6 year, because I don't know if you remember, but Okoye mentioned that there was a 6 year gap after Thanos left that Nakia just disappeared. I hope that that at least Disney Plus or some other streaming service picks that up and say, hey, this is what she did over the 6 years. And then when she found out she was pregnant, she stopped.
Mm.
But let's see what happens, man. I was actually worried about like the stage 4 and 5, but
Now stage 4 and 5, they already got freaking Kang gonna be one of the super villains, and then the crawls. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. You know
yeah.
the green aliens, the Krulls.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be all add into the Secret Invasion. That one I'm looking forward to.
That one
Like
I'm looking for.
I thought that was going to be the first like Avengers movies. But they had all different aspects. But I did enjoy the Age of Ultron and everything. I think I have all the comic books of the new Age of Ultron, and that shit was nice. I love the art. I love the artwork and everything. I had a lot of the old school comic books too, but the old school comic books didn't hold up as well as um I should say I'm keeping all my comic books updated and freaking and in the plastic, making sure they're all nice and pristine. So, yeah, I had to hold off. I would have a crazy amount of freaking comic books right now because I went through a phase of not just buying one comic book, but I'll buy a comic book as a collector and then another comic book to read and freaking look at all the artwork.
Right.
It was always two comic books of one book that I'm looking at.
I mean, I actually stopped collecting comic books back in like 2015. The last, no, 2015, 2016. The last comic book I remember buying was Superior Iron Man. No, I'm sorry. The last comic book I remember buying was the Superior Iron Man series. And then when I found out that they were coming out with Ironheart, I was like, all right, let me buy a copy. Bought a copy, and after that, I never looked back. Man. Although I'm shooting myself in the foot because I wish I would have stayed up. I would have stayed up to date with it. But you know, I could always catch up. I just hate waiting every week. You know me, man. So I'm one of those guys that if there's a series coming out and you're gonna make me wait every week for the new episode to come out, I'm not gonna watch the series. I'm just gonna wait for it to end and then I'll just binge watch it. And yeah, man, that was me. When Ironheart came out, I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. Not doing this. I only did that once for the death of Wolverine. And the only reason why I decided to deal with it is because it was only four books, right? I think.
Like it's four. I think it was four graphic novels, or I should say graphic comic books because it was the bigger one.
Yeah.
But it was multiple comic books before it's the end of Logan and everything.
Yeah, bro. That in itself, I was just like, yeah, I'll I definitely gotta have this. But when they came out with Ironheart, I was like, you're gonna make me wait every week for this? No. How dare you? I have to go back, but I have to look for it. I'm pretty sure by now they're pretty far.
Yeah, they should be already. Either pretty far or they already have one side of the storyline before it bleeds into like an Avengers, a new Avengers. What is it? I'm wondering what the new Avengers team is going to be called. If it's going to be New Avengers or if it's going to be a different version of Avengers.
I don't see.
I know there was multiple friggin' names for the Avengers, or at least the teams.
I don't see why they would change it. I mean, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. But I hope they don't. I mean, what else? I can't remember the other names. I know it was Avengers. Secret War is coming up next, right? Should be Secret Wars.
No, it can't be Secret Wars. It has to be it's Ant-Man and then a few other movies before that.
Oh no, I'm saying once they come out with those other sequels to the other.
It's gonna be the Secret Wars. I think it's gonna be the Secret Invasion and then Secret Wars, or maybe vice versa.
I wonder. I hope now that they've bought Fox that they bring back X-Men. Cause I'm not like listen as much as
we'll see because they started off good with X-Men in the first two movies, and then the newer version of X-Men, it it was starting to get good, and then they're just telling too many, or I should say, they're telling too few stories too quickly.
Yeah, they rushed the process, and I didn't. They didn't know where to go
If,
with it.
if they do, I hope, like on wood, I hope if they do a new X Men, that they do future X Men,
Why future X Men?
because they never really showed or implemented the freaking oh my god, I forgot the damn robots freaking
Cable?
things.
The Sentinels. Sentinels.
Oh, not Thanos, the robots.
No, I said Sentinels.
Oh yeah, Sentinels, yes.
Sentinels.
And they still haven't implemented those. They still haven't implemented freaking um like they implemented Logan as Old Man Logan in a timeline where it shouldn't have been done just yet.
They rushed. Yeah, they want to kill the Wolverine story. So that's what it was. They were starting to.
But at the same time, they could have held off just a little bit longer. But that's fine. I guess they did that just because they still had um they had freaking Hugh Jackman as Wolverine right now.
But I
And
heard he's coming back.
there's still rumors
Yeah, he's gonna come back. Yeah.
he's gonna be coming back for Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
But there's still so-called rumors that Daniel Radcliffe wants to be the new Wolverine.
Excuse me.
I don't know how I feel about Harry Potter being freaking Daniel Radcliffe.
Listen, tell Harry Potter, all right, to stay in his lane. Stay in your lane, all right. Stay in your lane, please. But I don't know, man. Let's see how this goes. But so far, I mean, the movie's been doing great. From what I saw, domestically, it's done 288 million. Internationally, it's done 258 million. Compared to when the first one came out, I think the first one came out and it hit like 1.3 billion or something like that in total. So I mean, it's on the cusp of catching up to the first one. It's only been out for. It's only been out for what, like a month?
I have to agree with Wonder Woman 29. She loves Daniel, but he needs to sit that one down.
Listen, there's a height limit. There's a height limit to be Wolverine, all right? And he's about yay tall.
Technically, he's not. He's perfect height.
Is he?
Wolverine was actually like 5'4".
You're right. My bad. It's just they make him look tall, bro. It's all the muscles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
that's because freaking Hugh Jackman is tall. He's 6'1", 6'2". But he was also jacked up too. But he played that role perfectly for that. But Wolverine was not that tall.
That's right.
Wolverine was jacked like a goddamn freaking honey badger and didn't give a fuck and wanted to mess up everything. Freaking Wolverine barrage freaking everything. That's why I hope freaking they do a future X-Men where Wolverine comes out freaking demolishing freaking Sentinels, jumping and leaping over everyone and freaking.
Wait, no, are you referring to the future timeline where Wolverine and Storm are like a married couple?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one. Yeah.
That's fun, man.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
It's the only one that matters. It's the only one that matters.
Wonder Woman, I'm hoping Hugh Jackman will keep doing it, but at the same time,
he's getting old.
He also needs to pass down the throne to someone, and honestly, I have no idea who would be it.
I would say Ryan Reynolds, but he already played Green Lantern and now he's playing Deadpool. So
he's Deadpool. Leave him as Deadpool.
And he's perfect.
Do not tarnish his soul. Do not tarnish his reputation by playing anybody else but Deadpool, because that is his persona.
Because Ryan Reynolds is smart ass. Freaking Hugh Jackman, when he turns into Wolverine, becomes all violent. It works perfectly.
That's great for the movie, but we need to look for a future Wolverine. Actually, you know what? Talking about that, Wonder Woman and Angel, who do you think out of all the actors you guys seen, past and present, would make the perfect Wolverine right now?
Namor. The person who played Namor.
Well, he's Namor.
I know, but if he wasn't
Someone
Namor,
else
Jesus. But he has the
played perfectly as Namor. Well, I'm not. No. He played perfectly as Namor.
Man.
Leave him as freaking Namor, and choose someone else. Come on. There's plenty of actors out there.
No, I was gonna say Mike Evans.
Evans? What Evans? You know how many Evans there is? Wonder Woman? Come on, you gotta be a little bit more
Do not
specific.
say Chris Evans, all right? His time has come and gone.
Yeah, that's America's ass. Leave Chris Evans there. Luke Evans? Who the hell is Luke Evans?
Hold on, I gotta look this up too.
Oh, yeah, Luke Evans.
No.
Okay.
No.
Mm.
No. I don't see it.
Mm.
He's more like a Cyclops. I see him as Cyclops.
Oh, no. He's
Gambit,
more.
Gambit, sorry, Gambit.
His face is more like Gambit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has that French look to him. That freaking Cajun New Orleans look to him. All right. We got you on the one. We see you. We see you coming. All right, Ranger, what do you think?
I don't know, man. This one's tough. He was perfect for that role. He was perfect for that role. Like no one else. You know what? Hold on, let me see.
All right, I'm thinking through the Rolodex of
Idris
actors
Elba.
in my hand right now.
I got it. Idris Elba, bro. Idris.
Oh.
What do you mean, though? Listen, he was supposed to be James Bond and took it away from him.
Oh, Idris should be freaking Bishop, and that's done. That's said, done.
Oh, I forgot about Bishop.
I don't care what you say. Idris does not belong as Wolverine.
I forgot
He
about
belongs as Bishop.
He did the great as who was the gatekeeper in Thor? I forgot his name.
Oh, freaking Hamdall.
Yeah, he did great.
Yeah, that was a perfect role for him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, which one? Which Hobbit did he play in this one? Was he Thorin?
Who?
Yes, he was Thorin. Yes. Okay, Wonder Woman. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Yes. Richard Armitage as Thorin, freaking from The Hobbit. Yes.
I have to look at this. Hold on. I need to approve.
Yeah, I forget. You're not a freaking Lord of the Rings freaking fanatic.
I am not, and I'm trying to. I'm gonna start watching. What is it called? That Amazon miniseries.
It's called freaking Rings of Power.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say the Rise
You're
of Power.
gonna have me cursing all over this place right now.
Bro, I just can't sit there for 4 hours and watch it. I can't. Like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. But if I fall asleep 2.5 hours in, don't blame me. What do you mean, bro?
Fall asleep. Wake your ass up if you like freaking damn movies, man. And good shows, good storylines. But at the same time, Rings of Power, a lot of people have been having certain issues with it because those people that have issues have read all the books. So it's understandable. I haven't read all the books. I just love watching all these fantasy, sci-fi, and fantasy movies. So Rings of Power, I enjoyed it for what they had. I am not happy that they're changing a few characters out for the next season, but I'm not the director. But Richard Armitage.
You know what I think of too? You can also go the Spanish route too, man. Because Wolverine wasn't completely white in the comic books. Remember, like
what was he? Because I'm about to stump you right now. What was he,
bro? Like, listen. You could listen. All right, he got a 10.
What was he? No, are you saying he wasn't freaking?
No, what I'm saying is, like, he had a 10. That's what I'm saying. He had a 10.
No.
He had a 10. He wasn't.
Only reason he had a 10 is because freaking he's been out in the sun in almost every single world war that we had.
Exactly. So therefore, you could go the other route too if you need to.
Yeah.
All right, let's be real. Let's get Emilio Estevez. Let's get him back.
He'll break his damn hip trying to do anything. Emilio Estevez. Jesus. That's like saying oh, what the hell is this damn family's name? My God, how come I can't remember this damn family's name? Hold on, let me look at the movie. Freaking, I know him from. Really, really, Google. You don't let me freaking see the full cast of what I want to see. There you go. It's like okay, that's like me saying Stephen Baldwin would be a freaking perfect
Whoa,
Wolverine.
whoa.
Like no,
Hold
no.
on, that's a little excessive. Hold on.
But that's what I'm talking about, man. Be realistic.
Why? No. What? No. Come on, the man is old.
Or even better. Hold on, even better because Wolverine, who's a freaking Canadian, even better. That's like me saying the movie. I shouldn't say the movie first. That's like saying John Claude Van Damme from freaking Hard Target should be freaking Wolverine.
I agree with that. Only because it's John Claude Van Damme. God damn it! All right, he was super.
Wolverine didn't do no splits. I'm not gonna. No. I'm not gonna see freaking Wolverine trying to do a damn split on two Sentinels freaking kicking. Like no.
Listen, once you watch
Get outta
Bloodsport,
here with
it'll
that.
change your life. All right, once you watch Bloodsport, it'll change your life.
Man, I grew up on Bloodsport. I got that on freaking on DVD. I had it on VHS, and now I got it on freaking hard drive. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Nah.
Forget the Sentinels. Bring them to the Kumite. Let's see what happens.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But yeah, no. Richard Armitage, Thorin from The Hobbit. That's a good pick. Wonder Woman. You got to check on that one. You got to good check on that.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what the future holds. Hopefully, they pick somebody right. They haven't. Listen, Marvel hasn't missed yet. Marvel hasn't missed yet with any characters. At least the MCU.
What do you mean by missed?
They haven't disappointed as much.
When? 'Cause I'm about to debunk you on so many movies right now. Go ahead.
Hold on,
I'll wait.
Hold on. You know how long. You're gonna go through all.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
You're gonna make me go through all the movies now. Great. Here we go. Let me see. Now I gotta watch Iron Man. 2 and 3. Okay, they messed up on the third Iron Man. I understand that. They messed up on the third Iron Man. I don't even know why that was the Mandarin. Like, I don't even know what that was.
That was a funny version of the Mandarin, but yeah, that wasn't.
But it wasn't the Mandarin. I'm just gonna say it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh man.
Listen, for the movies that I've seen, they have not yet. Maybe cast wise, yes, but they haven't. They've gotten pretty close to the comics, and I'll give them that much.
Yeah, I guess for the most part.
For the most part, but
For the most part. I don't know how I feel about the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
isn't this Batista's last one?
Probably.
I got a feeling they're gonna kill him off. Calling it right now. They're gonna kill him off. There's no other way to explain how Drax just suddenly disappeared. And if they recast them, it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
I
don't know. They might be able to make it funnier because he did have these retarded ass. I didn't say retarded, but ridiculous freaking one-liners.
Oh yeah,
Like
kill everyone.
like in the end game, not end game, Infinity War. It's like, oh, I could do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Who's the super villain in this one?
Kang.
Okay.
Kang is supposed to be the villain in like this whole next series, so because he's the yeah, I think it is Kang because he's supposed to be the bad guy in Quantum Mania for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, I wish these things were in order.
Wait, don't tell me he's gonna be. Don't tell me he's gonna be. Wait, he's gonna be the supervillain in the new Ant-Man too.
Yeah, he's the main villain in Ant-Man 2.
No, I'm saying the one that's coming out.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Because you're not paying attention.
I swear I saw the whole trailer. Maybe I was just being distracted. But anyways,
See if I can find these. That's not what we're. Yeah, I'm trying to find all the new phase Marvel movies. Okay.
I don't know, man, but I'm excited to see this. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy is always I always see it as a comedy more than an actual superhero movie. That's because these guys are hilarious. But I want to see exactly what happened because I did see a glimpse of Gamora in the trailer, so I want to know exactly how this happened. Like what type of physics are they doing? Because this doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
In the trailer that just came out, I saw a glimpse of Gamora, and I don't know if it's a what's that?
don't tell me you already lost. You already lost the concept and the storyline on what happened at Endgame.
No, I get the concept.
Then why are you struggling to understand why Gamora is back?
I want to see how they're gonna play it, though. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean play it?
I want to see how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, elaborate. Explain yourself.
So we all know Gamora. We all know Gamora died in Endgame, correct?
No, she died in Infinity War.
Sorry. Part 1, she died.
She came back in Endgame.
She came back in Endgame, and in that sense, oh wait, maybe that's why I'm forgetting that part. Never mind.
I knew you were freaking messing something up.
I was missing something, bro. Okay. Sorry. You know me, man. You know me.
Okay, so Gamora. Remember, at the end of Endgame, Gamora wasn't the Gamora that the Guardians of the Galaxy had during their time before the blip, before the freaking getting the Infinity Stones the first time.
Right.
So she's still in the back. She still has the mindset of her still working, not really working under Thanos, but working under Thanos. If you understand what I mean, pretty much she was still working under Thanos, but still had resentment for Thanos. And the only one that understood that was Nebula.
Right, and now
The problem was Star-Lord, because I forget his regular name. Star-Lord wanted to continue his love for Gamora, but Gamora wasn't at that mindset during that time because it was too early, decades or even millennia before they even freaking met each other.
It's true.
So at the end of Endgame, she left on a different ship. She left by herself to figure out what to do next or what she can do. And Guardians of the Galaxy decided to leave, but to go find Gamora. And that's what the new movie, the new Guardians of the Galaxy, they went to go find her. But at the same time, it was after so many years and a whole bunch of stuff is going to be happening. So hopefully they play it properly. Hopefully. And we get to see some interesting stuff and see how everything plays out.
Fingers crossed. They haven't messed up yet. No pressure. No pressure.
So I'm looking at the timeline now. The Phase 5 of Marvel. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania is going to be the first movie coming out. That's in February 17th.
Right.
And that tells you, well, they go into the quantum realm, and obviously Kang is, let's say, he's the one in charge of all timelines. Do you remember freaking? Well,
Yeah.
that's if you saw the TV show Loki.
Yeah, he ends up showing up. I remember he ends up showing up in this one too. I wonder how many
Yeah.
appearances. I feel as though this is gonna be his first appearance. He's gonna show up. He's definitely gonna show up in Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's gonna show up in Ant-Man. That's the first one.
Yeah, he's definitely showing up in Ant-Man because you know he's not he doesn't like he doesn't like people messing with the timeline.
Mhm. And then the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3. And if I remember correctly, the trailer showed that Kang was also the villain of that one, but I can't remember the full trailer off the top of my head right now.
I don't know, man. I'm excited though.
Ooh, there's a few movies coming out. So actually, before Guardians of the Galaxy, oh no, that's the year next. Okay, and they're really stretching this out. Okay, so the next movie after that is going to be The Marvels. So it's all the versions of Captain Marvels.
I don't know how I feel about that. I know
I
it's
don't
part of
know.
the storyline, but I don't know how I feel about that.
So the one thing I've been contemplating, oh, I shouldn't say contemplating, but been wondering is when and how they're going to bring back Rogue. And the reason why I say that, if you knew the comic books, Rogue got her
Powers from Captain Marvel.
powers by one of the Marvels.
Yep.
But she stole it from, if I remember correctly, she stole it or got it from Miss Marvel.
You're right. Sorry, it wasn't. No, wait, wasn't it Captain Marvel? Because remember, Rogue was not
It was
in one
Miss
of.
Marvel.
It was Miss Marvel.
In the old, I should say, in the old comic books, it was Miss Marvel.
Oh.
In the new comic books, I'm not too sure.
But yeah, you're right. She did steal it from one of the Marvels because Rogue originally could not fly. She did not have super power. She did not have super strength. All she was able to do was just steal people's abilities. But if I can remember correctly, the only reason why she stayed with that superpower is because she ended up killing one of the Marvels, right?
Yep.
Because she drained her so much that the powers just stayed with her permanent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see what happens. I hope that X-Men movie comes out pretty soon.
Yep. And then that's gonna be in July. Right now they said July 28th, but you know, subject to change.
Yeah.
And then the next movie that's supposed to be getting made is Captain America: The New World Order.
I assume. Wait. All right. Forgive me, but I did see the series. I know Sam is Captain America.
Yes.
But okay. I'm just gonna sit and wait.
Yep.
Because I want to see how this plays out.
And the next movie is after that, after Captain America, is Thunderbolts.
Hold on. I have to look up. Weren't they coming out with a Nova movie before that?
No, the Nova movie might come in after most of it. The Supernova movie, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. What?
And that is all Phase 5. Phase 5 of the Marvel movies.
Jesus, there's gonna be so many phases.
Phase 6. Phase 6 starts with the Blade. Starts with Blade.
What? So we have to wait till next year? 2 years
You
from
have
now?
to wait till 2024. Yeah.
I'm actually excited to watch that though.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm actually really excited to watch that. Let's see. Hopefully they don't. They announced it last year. They've had 3 years to.
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. After Blade, then is Deadpool 3.
Wait, isn't this Deadpool? Oh wait, Deadpool. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Then after Deadpool 3 is a new Fantastic Four movie.
Another one? Can we just give it up? Can we give it up, please?
See, the problem is you can't give it up because
They're
the Fantastic
incorporated.
Four. No, it's the Fantastic Four is part of the Kang Dynasty. Well, I should say the Avengers Kang Dynasty. They're part of the X Men. I shouldn't say X Men. They're part of the Marvel superheroes that have to fight or join to fight Kang. And as well, they're the ones that are in or are part of the Secret Wars.
I know.
But that's why.
But listen, I just need one person to get it right. Just one.
I don't know. See, for me, the first Fantastic Four was decent. The characters were right. Acting could have been a lot better, but
I agree.
the dude that played
Thing?
the dude that played Thing and the dude that played freaking Reed Richards were perfect freaking actors, perfect for those roles.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba, I love her, but at the same time, that really wasn't her role. And god damn, Chris Evans was not the freaking person for a Human Torch.
He was too young.
Nah.
He was way too young.
Like Jesus, his Human Torch rivaled Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. That's how I feel.
Damn, even Michael B. Jordan did a better job as the Human Torch.
Michael B. Jordan did not. He was okay, but no. His little story or his little way of acting that character was not the best, but it was a lot better than freaking Chris Evans.
I mean, my thing is,
But-
I don't understand why no director can get it right. It's
Because
just-
they don't know how to freaking do these characters. Except, and I know a lot of people are gonna freaking argue with me on this one. Is hold on, I need to find his damn name.
not if you say James Gunn.
James Gunn is the director. I'm trying to find the actor that played the role perfectly. So John Krasinski.
Oh, Kaczynski.
John Krasinski from freaking from The Office. I think was it The Office or the what was the other one?
He's playing Reed Richards. Remember?
Yeah. I hope he stays playing Reed Richards.
You think he's doing a good job?
Yeah, his character was actually on point within Doctor Strange's Universe of Madness or Multiverse of Madness.
I mean, I'm glad they finally got I'm glad
Patrick
they
Stewart
finally
back.
What?
Patrick Stewart back.
Yes.
As freaking
And they finally got the
Xavier.
correct wheelchair.
Yes. Oh my god, that was the best part. I was freaking so happy on those two. Those two freaking actors and characters right there was perfect.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I was hoping he would
Yeah.
stay alive.
Everyone can argue with me. I don't give a damn. Those were the perfect ones.
Oh man.
But yeah, after Fantastic Four, then is the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers Secret Wars. So,
Damn. So it's gonna be a whole other year.
mhm.
It's gonna be another 2 years until we see the combination. So we see a combination of all this come together again. Damn, it's gonna be a long 2 years, yo.
Yeah. It's actually quite a bit, yeah. But yeah, so there is. They don't go in depth into it, but there is supposed to be a new X-Men movie coming out. That's supposed to be in a project, but no one's taking it up yet.
I don't see why.
Shang-Chi 2
Okay, we also
and Spider-Man 4.
Sinister Six.
I hope so.
Hope so too. I've been waiting for that for so long, man. Ugh. They've been playing with my emotions since I was a kid.
Oh, really? Wait, who's this? So one thing I know about the Spider-Man 4 is the dude that played Kingpin in Daredevil and The Punisher.
Mhm.
He's gonna be Kingpin for his movie as well.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so he's gonna be the Kingpin. He's supposed to be in there. I know there's supposed to be Venom in there. Scorpion is supposed to be in there. And then I don't know who's gonna play Black Cat. At least
I have an idea.
that's four characters.
I have an
That's
idea who
supposed to
can
be
play Black Cat.
who?
Margot. What I think Margot Robbie.
Oh, Margot Robbie, freaking and Harley Quinn.
But my thing is, you think I don't think she'll leave. I don't think she'll leave that role to be Black Cat. Nah.
I don't think she's able to fill that role if you catch what I mean. Fill that role.
Yeah, you have a point.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Then after that, there's supposed to be a Armor Wars. I shouldn't say after that. There's also Armor Wars project that's supposed to be, up in the air, and they don't have anything as of yet on who could be doing anything, who's like the writers or anything like that. So yeah, those are what 4 movies that are up in the air right now. That could be part of either Phase 5 or 6.
Jesus.
Yep.
It's gonna be exciting these next 2 years.
We're definitely gonna see. Yeah, all this plays out within the Marvel universe. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
It's gonna be exciting. They already started off strong with having Black Panther. Even that little comedic relief with Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be nice. Next year is gonna be jam packed, but 2024 is gonna be the year. 2024 is gonna be the year, man. I don't know if I can contain myself, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see, and like I said, the first one's gonna be Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that one looks like a good movie, and it adds in Ant-Man's daughter into the mix. So definitely gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna see what happens, especially with them going into the quantum the quantum realm, I guess.
Quantum realm, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever was awesome. Next couple movies, hopefully they stand on that stepping stone for Wakanda Forever. And oh yeah, who is your pick for the FIFA Cup?
It's a long shot, but it's Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
Who do I want? That is difficult.
It's either Spain, if not, I'm going with the favorite, France.
No. I used to want to freaking always have Brazil, but over the last like decade or two, Brazil hasn't been doing as great as they used to. So,
They're slowly falling off. But
Argentina only has Messi, so I think I might go with Netherlands. Just to be outside the box. Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I definitely don't want France to win.
Unfortunately, me either. But that match against England, the match against England is gonna be a tough one. So if England can beat France, then England's gonna take it. I hate to say it, um, but let's see how
We'll
this goes.
see. We'll see. We'll see. Because if England wins against France, they have to go against either Portugal,
It's true.
semifinal.
True.
Amen.
It's gonna be interesting the next few weeks, man.
It's interesting. Oh yeah, so you didn't really explain why you've been gone for so long. Haven't really explained where you've been. Can we get everyone else to feed on this?
What?
Where the hell has Rangel been?
Oh,
Like hashtag where's Rangel?
what am I like?
You
Where's,
know, like
no, man. I'm
where's
like, listen. I'm
San
like
Diego?
Carmen San Diego.
Where's Rangel?
I'm like Carmen San Diego. You gotta find me, all right? And for those that don't know who Carmen San Diego is, Google it. Yeah, the last few weeks I have been traveling. I went to Mexico. Went there with my beautiful girlfriend and her family and friends. Celebrating life. Went there for a few days. Then after I got back, I literally had a few hours to rest and jumped on another plane and went to the Dominican Republic for about 10 days. 10, 11 days.
Hey, you went to DR and didn't bring back any freaking white Hennessy?
Listen, white Hennessy is expensive now.
You went to freaking to Cabo, Mexico, and didn't bring anything from Mexico? Not even a luchador mask or something?
You know how hard it is to find that in Cabo?
I don't know. I haven't been to Cabo. I wish I was.
If I was in Cancun, it'd be different. Cabo is like literally at the edge of the world, but that's somewhere I highly recommend. Everyone go at least once. You're literally at the edge of the world, or at least the edge, not really the edge of the world, but edge of the country. Those mountains, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Like it's the perfect ambiance, and people get scared and worried about the Pacific Ocean being too strong, with the current being too strong. Listen, I jumped in without a problem. Minus the fact that I hurt my shoulder, but other than that,
You didn't have your freaking adult floaties, man?
no. What happened was I tried to fly, and instead I graciously dove. So,
Oh, geez.
you know, I graciously dove. But yeah, man, I highly recommend doing that, and especially traveling with your significant other, enjoying that time away, because you know all of us, we work hard, so it's nice to just step away and just enjoy the fruits of your labor, because life's short, guys. Life's short. Life is really, really short.
Mhm.
Travel as much as you can. Enjoy life. Get outside of your comfort zone. Leave your town. Go somewhere you've never been before, whether it be by yourself or whether it be with friends. I highly recommend going by yourself, because trying to plan it with a bunch of people is always hard. And if you can't go with a bunch of people, try to go with your best friend, or try to go with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely the hotel was the resort was gorgeous. We went downtown. It was fun. It was fun, lively, and I just don't want to see tequila for like at least 2 months. I don't want to see tequila or drink or eat tacos for at least 2 months.
What? Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. How you gonna say?
No.
Don't do that to me, man.
No,
Come on.
listen, but let me tell you.
We got a taco spot that we need to hit up, because we haven't seen this place and it had video tacos in a while.
All right.
Come on.
Last time.
You crushed my heart on that one. Taco Tuesdays. We gotta keep it up.
Fine. Last time. Last time.
Come on, chat. You gotta freaking tell them. Hashtag Taco Tuesdays. Can't give it up.
But let me tell you, when I was out there, they gave me this tres leche cake that not only was it now for anyone who has never had a tres leche cake, it's basically three different milks. It's condensed milk, evaporated milk, and I forgot the third milk, but it's just goodness. And normally it comes in like normally you make the cake and you just let the milk soak into the cake, which is why it's called tres leche, three milks. This tres leche, I don't know how they did it. I don't know what wizardry they pulled. I don't know what type of Harry Potter nonsense they pulled out of their asses, but this cake was not only the interior of the cake did not only have the milk, but the cake in itself was like frozen, but not to the point where it was hard to bite into, but like it was just goodness. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like once you put your fork in it, you took a bite. It was like eating an ice cream tres leche cake, but it wasn't ice cream. After that, that's it. My palate's changed. If you give me tres leche with milk, I'm gonna just not talk to you. Just don't talk to me. But yeah, I highly recommend traveling, guys. I went back to the motherland. I'm Dominican, and it was nice. I started off going to a resort for a wedding, and afterwards we stayed at an Airbnb that was close to the capital, and it's just nice going back to your roots, seeing where my mother grew up, where my grandmother used to live. It's a real humbling experience, and it's an experience that most people don't like, that they don't take advantage of. But yeah, I mean, granted, I've been to the Dominican Republic plenty of times when I was younger, but I never actually took in the culture. I never took in the history. I never realized exactly where I was when I was out there. I was just enjoying my life, as a kid and whatever. But as an adult, going back there and you see not only the progress that they've made, like from an infrastructure standpoint, but the growth that the country has made. Granted, they still have a long ways to go. And from a culture perspective, they still have a long ways to go. But you see the change happening. You see the changes happening quickly, and in a sense, it's scary, but at the same time, it's good because they need it. It was a real eye-opening experience, and if anyone knows me, they know I'm the most non-Dominican Dominican. So being around Dominicans for so long, I need to recharge for like a year. And once I do that, I'll definitely go back though. I'll definitely go back. But yeah, that's the reason why I've been gone, guys. But now I'm back.
Lucky bastard.
Hey, listen, you went to Hawaii without me, all right?
Hey, I had to freaking bring the missus. She's never been there, and I needed to show her the sights.
Yeah, I gotta bring the missus with me too next time.
I had to show her the sights of Hawaii. Oh damn! No one understands how much I miss Hawaii, and everyone thinks freaking, oh, Hawaii's expensive. If you lived in the Northeast, guess what? Hawaii's not that bad. Price wise, freaking funds wise, Hawaii is easier to freaking live out, and do everything there than it is in the States, or I shouldn't say in the States, in freaking the Northeast. So I had to take the missus there and freaking enjoy or show her the sights that I've enjoyed, and we couldn't do everything I wanted to do. We just didn't have time, and unfortunately, we came back a day. I shouldn't say we came back a day early. We came back a little earlier than at the time we wanted to. We planned on coming home on a Saturday, and then when I had her out there, we wanted to stay longer, and we just couldn't. Everyone during that time, that was when COVID protocols lifted. Everyone was trying to go freaking everywhere. So, and oh my god, and it was such a pain. It was such a pain to freaking check in at least the first day, because since everyone was trying to travel, it took oh my god, what, 2 hours? It almost took 2 hours to freaking just check in the hotel. But luckily, we had everything reserved. But now everything should be easier nowadays, depending, because Obviously, it's already December, about to be the holidays. Right? It's already the holidays. I should say, about to be Christmas,
Yep.
and everyone's going to be going around. But at the same time, we all have to be careful, be cognizant on who we hang around, and be courteous with our hygiene. Not a lot of people are that in tune with their own hygiene, or just have the don't give a damn about their own hygiene or who they're surrounding themselves with their hygiene. So definitely keep an eye out. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Stay COVID free. Stay RSV free. Stay flu free. Whether you took the flu shot this year or not, just stay safe and stay healthy, because this year could be, hopefully could be on a upscale of a better new year. So we've already declined a lot of COVID cases compared to the past couple of years. So hopefully it just continues on, and we're staying all healthy and just enjoying the family, just enjoying the Christmas holidays and the New Year's coming in.
Oh yeah, guys, 100%. I mean, holidays is the best time of year. Spend with your family, spend with your loved ones, but please be safe. Please be safe out there. We just came out of 2 years of hell. We don't want to go back into it. Well, I mean, I do because I'm weirdo, but I like solitude. But but yeah, guys, just make sure you guys take care of each other. Look out for each other. 'Cause at the end of the day, we're all we have. We're all we have. But on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Once again, we are the League of Reyes. I am Orange Otacon.
And yours truly is Tecmo Joe. And great and muchos alojas. And hope to see you guys on the next stream and see you guys in our DMs.
Yes, guys. Oh, and for those that don't know, we're streaming every Monday, 8 o'clock.
And hopefully on the dot, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Hopefully. If not, we'll let you guys know.
Yep.
All right, guys. Talk soon. Later.
Shut up.